That's a bad day.
That's a bad day for everybody involved. Oh, jeez, eh? They're coming at you quicker than lard on a stovetop.
Holy man,
Oh, jeez. Hello, and welcome to Basements, Vaults, and Catapults. I'm one of your hosts, Aaron.
And I'm Trevor.
And here we're going to be looking at games, genres, and the things we enjoy in gaming.
And to do that, we're going to randomly select a genre each episode.
Now, we'll give a brief rundown of that genre.
And then we'll select 2 games. One of these games will be the absolute best in show for us, while the other, for whatever reason, is not so good. The catch, and what we hope will be the fun part, is neither of us will have played, or at least played heavily, the titles the other has selected.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking those titles, the best and the worst, and then we'll divide them up, give it an hour of playtime, meet back up and chat about our experiences.
That's where we'll give our own opinions of the other's game. Celebrate where we agree and refrain from murdering each other where we disagree. After all, not everyone can have a perfect opinion.
Yeah, and that's it. We hope that you'll join us, listen in, maybe be inspired to try a few titles along the way, or let us know exactly why our opinions are trash.
And remember, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's true, and a whole bushel will get you into surgery.
Yeah, and a console a day will keep you at play.
Hey, wait.
Wait, I'm a PC gamer. Next.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so here we are for episode 13.
Episode 13.
Yes. Can you believe lucky number 13? So what are all the things that could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, right? A lot.
I imagine episode 13 is going to go something along the lines of, we're recording, the house is lit on fire, the dog escapes from the yard.
Yeah.
My car explodes.
Turns out your house is built on a graveyard.
Oh yes. I want the house to be on a graveyard.
Let's go poltergeist.
Poltergeist it up. This house is clean. Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah, this house is far from clean.
He says that, ladies and gents, but it is a organized house with lived-in flair.
Yeah, the only thing haunting this house is my childhood trauma.
Oh. And we don't have time to get into that.
No, that's for banter time.
Time. But speaking of which, last episode we did something very special. We got the 0-hour Steam time where we both get to pick a game from our own libraries to play that we had less than 0 hours of playtime on. And this can happen for a lot of reasons. A Steam sale goes up and you just, FOMO kicks in and you're like, I gotta buy it, it's $3.
Yeah.
Or, you pick up a game and for some reason you bounce off of it. Maybe you weren't in the right headspace at the time. Maybe the game wasn't fully developed, like early access or something. So this is an opportunity for us to go back and check it out. So we're really grateful for that. But this also means that today, when we roll the dice, we're going to have to figure out who gets the bad and who gets the good. And I think I get the bad, because I had the good for episode 11, which was a platformer.
You're right. I still have to get my revenge for getting over it.
With Benevati. Oh, I got him so good.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I hated it, so it is what it is.
Did you go back and play it?
No.
No.
I will.
What if I told you...
I'm going to drink wine while I'm doing it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What if I told you that if you beat getting over it 50 times, your cauldron changes from that black cauldron to a gold cauldron?
Well,
did I say...
Aaron...
Yeah, I said
that
gold.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
Hey, that's what it is.
I mean, the Stargate fan in me is like a gold cauldron, but no, it's just a gold cauldron.
Gold. Stargate SG-1 was solid.
It was solid. Indeed.
Yeah, indeed. My favorite episode was the Time Warp episode where they kept going back.
Dude, that's everybody's favorite
to
episode.
the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And it was like, they're golfing into the Stargate.
He finally kisses Agent
Right,
Carter.
he hands in his resignation. What else was good?
And he does it like chicken style. He's like, 5 seconds before the time loop.
Yeah. What else was pretty funny? Tilk begins every day by getting the door slammed into his face.
Oh my god, yeah. That was exactly how he starts every day. Door in the face.
And it's just like, I'm sorry that you have said that many times.
You have said that many times. Yeah.
In the future, I may not be as forgiving.
I have a photo with him. I love Mr. Judge.
Yeah, Christopher Judge, the voice of I mean, he'll always be Tilk to me, but
Yeah.
I guess most people now know him from
God of War.
God of War. He nailed it.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He nailed the God of War.
He's just got like the greatest voice. And it's funny because he's such like the whole cast, I think just smokes a lot of weed.
For SD1?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know so much.
I have a picture
all of
with
them,
Shanks and oh no, I've forgotten O'Neill's name. Anderson.
Rhymes with MacGyver. No,
It's
James Dean Anderson.
Richard.
No, it's Richard Dean. Jeez, my
Dean
brain.
Anderson, yeah.
I was like James Dean. James Dean. No, he's the guy that died in the car crash.
I have a picture with Shanks and Richard Dean Anderson at the Calgary Comic Con.
Yeah. Was that the same one I was at? Because Michael Shanks was wearing like a really bad toque.
Yeah, okay.
So we were at the same one.
Yeah,
same one. Yeah,
it was like the Vancouver toque or whatever, the Canucks toque, which I found hilarious. But I'll never forget because we're getting the picture, and he's like, "Are you related to?" And I forget the name, but one of the actors from Kids in the Hall.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The small, skinny guy. He was in News Radio.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Yeah, the small Dave Foley.
Dave Foley. Yeah, but he's like the funniest guy.
Yeah. Because he could be like your uncle.
And I meant
or something.
I meant small in general size.
Yeah,
He's a skinny mini.
Yeah. Listen, short kings out here. It's hard for us.
You know what? Hail to short kings. I mean, you can drive a Mazda Miata and you have lots of leg room. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
We can drive the Miata. We got legroom, and you know what else we have? That the 6-footers don't have. I'm looking at you.
And an obsession with Amazonian tall women.
I mean, I think everyone has an obsession with Amazonian tall women.
I once dated someone who was like 6'10". So.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no.
Like, what's her number? I'm just I just want to check in, see how she's doing.
Right.
Is she okay? Is she all right?
I mean, yeah, we went on like two little get-togethers and yeah, but
listen,
nice girl, but I couldn't figure out how a cell phone worked. I just got a new cell phone, I just got my first cell phone.
Oh,
this was a long time back.
Was this like my first cell phone was like a Nokia something, and then I upgraded to the Razor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Razor.
I had the Motorola L2.
Oh.
Yeah, and without the cameraless version.
The cameraless version.
And yeah, just because I was like, I don't need a camera on my phone. I own a digital
look
camera.
At this. Oh, that's such like the Matrix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't figure out how I was receiving text messages, but every time I sent messages, they would never get delivered. But it didn't tell me that. But it's because I didn't have the plus in front of the 1 in my contact list. So every time I sent something, it wouldn't go through. You don't really have that issue today as much, but now I still like religiously add +1 in front of every number.
Just in case.
But that was actually the same time I met my wife. It was like, I met my wife like maybe 4 weeks after that. And I was like, well, I like my wife. She's cute. My wife. She's very cute.
Hey, she's a lovely woman.
She's my short queen.
And I think at the end of the day, you end up with the person you're meant to end up with, as long as you're being healthy and setting boundaries. So I'm glad that you did that.
Yeah, man. The only boundaries I set up are ones that let me play more video games.
There you go.
And on that note, I think we need to select
a genre. I roll the D20, and he clicks the buttons. It's a fair distribution of labor.
Yes, it is.
That is a 6.
We got 6. All right, well, let's do a 6-click.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Real-time strategy.
Hey, we've done that earlier.
Did we?
I believe so.
We did RTS for War for Galaxy back on episode 3.
So I think that's...
I could give you another option.
Are we going to go... Because 10 episodes, this would be 10 episode difference,
Yeah. So I'm going to give you 2 choices.
Okay. I like
because
options.
within the last 10 episodes, we've done real-time strategy already. And I think within 10 episodes is probably fair.
Yeah.
You can choose to do, because we're kind of right on that 10th episode, you could choose to do RTS. Or, because we talked about playing Star Trek Armada.
We did talk about it. But actually, we're planning on doing a live stream.
We are.
Of Armada.
June 8th?
June 8th, yeah.
June 8th. Yeah.
So we'll have our Twitch channel up and running, and we'll send out all of that information on our socials as well.
Yeah, next Friday I will include a little snippet in our edit.
Yeah.
For where to find us on Twitch.
Yeah. We might do a little fun recording. And go from there.
We're gonna play Star Trek Armada, and we're gonna play against some hard AIs and see how badly we get our butts handed to us.
I'm gonna die.
We're gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
So your other option,
my other option,
if you, and again, I'll leave this up to you.
Okay.
Because you got to play the bad game.
I get the bad strategy, real RTS 2 in a row.
Right. So you get to choose between real-time strategy,
right,
and visual novel.
So we're going to be playing real-time strategy today, guys. And I'm very excited to be part of this thing. When will I get to play a good real-time strategy?
I mean, we just added visual novel, I think, like an episode ago.
Do we have MMO on the list?
We have
free-to-play MMO, I see.
Yeah, I think we have free-to-play MMO, but we don't have, like, fully-fledged MMO.
Yeah, which is...
Because that takes a lot of time to get into. I think I think if we were to get MMO, we'd have to like postpone it and plan a full day play.
I think you're right.
Especially because you get to like level 20 free in most MMOs.
Yeah.
I think Final Fantasy is still level 20 is free, something like that. I can't remember.
I loved Final Fantasy 14. I keep meaning to go back into it, but my friends are all playing WoW right now, so I'm stuck playing WoW right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I dislike WoW, like I do enjoy WoW. It's just
it's very social and it's nostalgic.
I've played WoW I've played WoW since
almost 20 years
when Vanilla came out.
Yep.
Well, not right away. Vanilla, like I think I played for a year before TBC.
World of Warcraft came out 25 years ago, 1999. Or was it 2001, maybe?
Well...
It came out a long time back. Oh, no, it would have been after that.
Burning Crusade.
2005?
Which was the expansion, like I had played a year before that expansion dropped. Right. That expansion came out in 2007. So I started playing roughly in 2006, 2005. But when did...
November 23rd, 2004.
Okay.
That makes sense. I was trying to pinpoint like when that came out. I was like, I know it came out in my early 20s.
Yep. I had just graduated high school, really. I graduated not 4.
I'd moved back into my mom's. Yeah, I graduated in 2000. Moved back in with my mom after moving out. My brother was playing it like nonstop.
Oh, yeah,
and that would have been about 2004. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
And then they're going to be doing a triple expansion here coming out soon, 24. And they're going to be unique because they're going to be all part of one another, whereas every other expansion has kind of been standalone. The next 3, The War Within, Midnight, and The Last Titan, are all going to be part of a cohesive storyline.
Okay, I like that. So are you sure you want to play real-time strategy and not visual novel?
I've never been more positive of anything in my life.
All right, well, we'll circle back, but next time visual novel comes up,
if I get the good visual novel, I'll play.
Okay, well, I think that's fair. If you got to play the bad game, you might as well play something that's bad that you can enjoy, or maybe not. I mean, we'll have to see. Dune Spice Wars, hey, how did you know this came out? September 14th, 2023. I never even heard of this. Huh, it looks like somebody took Dune 2000 and tried remaking like a brand new RTS out of it.
Yeah, the Dune is a hot property right now.
Cool. I'm gonna add that to my wish list.
I mean, I have my opinions. I do enjoy Dune. I think they did a really great job, but I'll always love the sci-fi miniseries they did with John Hurt and Barbara Kotevia.
You enjoy Dune, hey?
I do be enjoying Dune. I had such a crush on Barbara Kotevia.
Yeah?
Massive crush. Like, it was a problem. Sorry, William Hurt is the...
William Hurt, yeah, William Hurt. Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who, yeah.
Yes, he's got quite an iconic voice.
He does.
I couldn't even try to imitate it. Because it's kind of like
Yeah,
lower and raspier, but like kind of very. It's very proper. It's a very proper voice.
He's got like a heart to it. Like, it's here, and everything he does correct.
Yes.
And
a little bit raspy.
It's tight.
I like it.
It's tight.
He's got a really slick old man voice.
Yeah, I loved it. But yeah, no. Yeah. Oof.
So RTS. So let's see. I mean, I think last time you were suggesting.
Oh.
Homeworld 3 is out now.
I do know Homeworld 3 is out. It's not quite to the state where I would consider it playable.
Which Homeworld game has ever released playable?
Homeworld 2 is pretty good out of the box, if I recall.
So I know what game I'm going to get you to play.
Oh, what a game I play?
It's actually, I think, a Warhammer-related game.
Hey, I might even already own it.
Battlefield Gothic Armada.
Which one?
The first one?
Yeah, give me a second, because I think I own that one.
You might. How long have you played it for, though? That's the real
Battlefield
question.
Gothic Armada. Yeah, I do own that. I only have 3 hours.
Okay, I think I'd like to get your idea on. I'm gonna look a little bit further to see, but if you only got 3 hours in, I mean, it's probably a long time ago too.
Cha.
And remember our intro, or at least haven't played much.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. 3 hours isn't a lot. 3 hours is the tutorial mission.
Pretty much. So you could try to skip the tutorial.
I don't remember how to play it.
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition has really negative reviews. It's probably because it's not functional on newer PCs.
Also, my problem with the remake of games is they're quite often just cash grabs. And they're so very rarely...
Yeah, $20 for a game from 2004, maybe 2003.
Yeah, and very rarely are they optimized correctly. Like, and this isn't a dig towards the studios that did the work. They're often contracted out by the big studio, and given next to nothing, and told to make this game. Whereas the big studios who are, cranking this out, they're the guys I got issues with.
Did you ever play Company of Heroes?
Yes, I love Company of Heroes.
Okay.
Did you?
Okay. I did, and I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oddly enough, and I actually have it in my little CD case over there.
I'm a sucker for like a good World War II simulator.
Okay.
Love me a good World War II simulator. Actually, I just watched a oh man, why can't I remember his name? He played Hannibal Lecter.
Anthony
Hopkins. Yeah.
There's a game I wish I could get you to play.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the Sega CD, and it was called Third World War.
Third World War.
Yeah, and it's really hard to play, but you can actually cause a nuclear war to break out on the planet, and everyone dies. The world population goes down to like 0.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That was a pretty dark game for the Sega CD. That was back in like 95, maybe 96, if that.
Yeah, I just watched One Life with Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
And it's based on a true story of a gentleman named... Oh, I remember his last name, Winton. I think it was Nicholas. Anyway, he was in German-occupied Poland. Or was it Czechoslovakia? German-occupied somewhere. And just before the beginning of the war, he helped evacuate like 600 some Jewish children and get them adopted into other families. And then there was this really amazing moment just before he died, 100 something, where they're interviewing him, and then the house lights come up, and this actually happened, and the house lights come up, and everyone in the audience was one of the kids he saved.
Yeah, I think I saw some of the clips of that on YouTube years back. Yeah, that's really cool. I really like Anthony Hopkins. One of the first roles I think I watched him in was Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. And, oh no.
And he played Don de la Vega. Yeah.
Oh no, I've forgotten her name. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Zeta-Jones.
That was... it was Catherine Zeta-Jones, Angelina Jolie, and was it Jennifer Lopez of that era? Those are all like the sirens of movies at that time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They were
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, yeah, they were the hot stuff.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh yeah. What's What's going on with Miss Hurley? Has she done anything?
I don't think I've seen her in anything in a long time. I mean, she was the Austin Powers poster girl for a long time.
Well, she was amazing.
She was also, she played the devil.
In that Brendan Fraser movie.
Brendan Fraser movie. Yeah.
Who I'm glad to see back. Brendan Fraser, I've missed you. I'm so happy you're back.
Yeah, what's the rumors of The Mummy 4 and bringing Brendan Fraser back to play in the Mummy franchise again? I'm like, no.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd be there opening night.
I mean, I would be there opening night too. I mean, Brendan Fraser.
I'd probably be there the next day too.
Like I watched him in The Whale and I loved his performance so much.
I loved it, but God, it hurt so bad.
Oh, the movie was like painful to watch. But
which good for them, right? It was supposed to hurt. It wasn't a comfortable movie.
It was a cool emotional piece for sure.
Yeah.
So I give you two options.
What has she been doing lately? She has that's 2005, 2008. Oh no, she supported Brexit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. She supported Brexit.
She's a Brexit.
She's a Brexit girl.
Snap. Oh, they bought a mansion in 2012.
Who's she married to right now?
I believe she is widowed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. They got married in 2012, or when did they get married? They got engaged in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
They probably got married somewhere in between there because in 2013 they decided to split up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the gentleman in question died in 2022. And in 2018, on a personal tragedy, her nephew was stabbed by a group of men.
Oh, man.
But in terms of like television or anything, Strictly Confidential. He was the producer. That came out this year.
Fair enough.
She also did Christmas in the Caribbean, Christmas in Paradise. Oh, no. A lot of Christmas stuff. Father Christmas
no.
is
Hallmark
bad.
movies? No!
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. Oh, I've been sitting here chatting, and I need to pick you out a good RTS.
You do. Some of that might end up in a banter special select. We'll have to see. Trying to keep these episodes under an hour.
Yeah, trying.
But you know what? We have a lot of good banter, and it's fun. And maybe people care, maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't. Well, people care.
We'll find out someday.
People care. Duh. Oh, it's an RTS, right?
An RTS, man.
Now, you've probably played the bejesus out of the Command and Conquer series.
I have, yeah. I was almost going to make you play Command and Conquer because all the ratings are terrible.
What?
Yeah, so Command and Conquer 4, Tiberium Twilight, is considered very overwhelmingly negative.
Oh, no, the last good one was Command and Conquer 3, Tiberium Wars.
Tiberium Wars.
Yeah, no.
I keep wanting to think it's Tiberium Sun.
That was Command and Conquer 2.
That was 2? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Duh. I pushed it to the limit. Crusader Kings 3. I wouldn't consider that a RTS.
So I have two options for you.
Okay, well, I've already installed Battlefield.
Actually, you know what? I have one option for you. You will be playing SpellForce 2, Faith in Destiny.
Okay.
It is an RPG strategy fantasy RTS multiplayer.
Oh, God. Hold on, I have to uninstall Battlefield Armada. I was excited. I was like, all right. Sorry, SpellForce 4?
SpellForce 2.
SpellForce 2.
In times of war and chaos, you will assume the role of a young man who is supposed to liberate the entire world of EO from the new nameless evil.
SpellForce 2 Anniversary Edition.
I just got the Faith in Destiny regular edition pulled up, but
okay. Well, the Anniversary Edition is $4.
Which one's cheaper?
I don't know.
Along with a group of diverse heroes and a dragon as a trustful companion, you will fight to gain information about this mysterious new enemy and thereby discover.
Well, SpellForce 2 Anniversary Edition is
something.
An 80 on Metacritic.
Is it?
Yeah. So which one are you looking at?
Why has it got? Well, it's got mixed reviews.
All
so
right.
my challenge is...
Okay, sorry. The SpellForce 2 Faith in Destiny Digital Deluxe version, right?
I just pulled up the regular old boring SpellForce 2 Faith in Destiny.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I'm sure it's the same.
Yeah.
That one's $4.
Yep. Comes with
339.
Oh, it just comes with I don't want the extras, so I'll just grab the
$3.39.
Yeah, $3.39. Okay.
But again, I mean, I'll leave it up to you. If you want to play Gothic Armada, that's another one that I could not get into.
That is not how this game works. You picked SpellForce 2, Faith and Destiny.
I'm just trying to be kind.
Yeah,
although I don't know why I'm trying to be kind, because man, that last game really riled me up. I'm still not over it.
I'm still not okay.
Yeah.
Still not okay.
All right, I think SpellForce. Yeah, so I'm going to put you down for SpellForce 2, Faith in Destiny.
Faith in Destiny. For $3.40, you got a deal.
Got yourself a deal.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
God, what a...
All right, man, you gotta play this game. You gotta play it.
What was the, what was that? It's RoboCop, but I just watched the RoboCop documentary.
Oh, yeah?
And the actor who did that was a digital, like a radio DJ in the LA area.
Okay.
And he did like, he was a character on the radio, so it was basically that character again in the RoboCop movie. And he was like, well, I'd come to set every day and there'd be hot women, sometimes they'd be topless. Like, I would have paid to do that role. But I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, what an interesting thing. All right, let's see. SpellForce 2. It's got all the standards of like the late 90s, early 2000s fantasy. It's like hot girl with heterochromatia, so she's got 2 different colored eyes. Her hair is vibrant colors, red and blue in this case. She's wearing a bikini that's been made to look like armor, but let's be fair here.
Yeah.
It's got all the hallmarks. Okay, strategy.
You know, for the longest time I was like, why would they make the female characters wear armor that doesn't really protect them? And then I thought about this, and I really thought hard.
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting.
And I was like, there is definitely like the male design of female characters that kind of, does what Stellar Blade is doing.
Yeah.
But then I thought about this, and I really thought hard, and I realized women wear pretty shoes that serve no utility other than hurting their feet because the shoes look good.
Right, yeah, but we're in war. Right? We're not worried about looking good.
But are we though? Because I'm wondering, like, am I like, I want to still look good even though I'm going to be like fighting in a war.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, for argument's sake.
You're putting it out there, and I appreciate that.
Because it's usually looks over utility. And I mean, yeah, maybe not in war. But, but I mean, this is a fantasy war.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's fantasy.
Somebody's fantasy. So, like, my big thing with that has always been, like, if there's... let's go with user reviews here, because you are gonna... Oh, Star Wars Empire at War. That was good, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know.
But I don't know if I consider that an RTS. I consider Stronghold an RTS.
Oh, yeah, Stronghold's an RTS.
But you played a lot of Stronghold, so...
My God. Stronghold, if you've never played it, it's probably not good compared to any current games, but my goodness, Stronghold was great.
Oh.
Stronghold 2 was my favorite.
Oh, you played Lords of the Realm 2, right?
Oh, Lords of the Realm 2 is my other absolute favorite.
Okay, I was going to make you play that. I know you've played Supreme Commander. Have you played... You know what? You almost gave me a Warhammer game. I am going to give you a Warhammer game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's going to be Warhammer 40k, Dawn of War, Dark Crusade.
Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. Wow, there's a lot of Dawn of Wars.
Yeah. You don't want Dawn of War 2, that one's up. But Warhammer 40k, Dark Crusade.
Ooh, base building RTS. That's right up my alley.
And it's on sale right now for like, I think $5.
$5. I'm in. Let's do it.
You're in. Okay. I mean, this is going to tell a lot about how much of a future friendship we're going to have, because you're going to get to pick a faction.
Okay.
And depending on the faction you pick, we might not be friends after.
Isn't there like a Necroid faction or something?
Oh yeah, the Necrons.
The Necrons.
The Necrons are a faction. Yeah.
They are a faction, but that is the wrong answer.
I'm not gonna like.
I mean, I'm gonna pick whichever one looks the most like awesome.
Oh.
I mean, I'd have to.
I'll put it to you this way. I played the tabletop. There's someone in the community we call that guy.
Mm.
I've never met that guy who played orcs.
Okay.
Every orc player I've ever met just is having the time of their life. They're rolling like 100 dice, and they're going, I think half of them hit. I don't know. And they're just having a good time out there.
Fair enough. I'm assuming that you have a particular preference.
And I'll tell you, but I can't spoil it because, well, there's some stuff.
So, do you want to introduce Dawn of War Dark Crusade?
Yeah, sure. So Dawn of War Dark Crusade, and I'm doing this off of memory, so feel free to chime in and correct me where I'm incorrect, is based off of a system in the Warhammer universe that has been cut off from the rest of the Imperium by a warp storm. There's a series of factions on these 3 planets that are trying to control the entire system. Because of various reasons. Some are there because they're the Imperial Guard and it's just another day, another dollar, here to defend the Imperium. Some of them are there to spread the faith of the Emperor. Some of them are here to claim the system for chaos. Other people are there to reinvigorate their dying empire and start a genocide of the galaxy.
Very cool.
But yeah, you're all stuck there, and because the warp storm cuts you off from the rest of the galaxy, you're it. There's no one coming in.
Very cool. And yeah, it is rated overwhelmingly positive overall. Released in October 9th, 2006.
It's been a hot minute. I will say this, the graphics, they weren't ambitious. So in that way, it actually held up really well.
Okay.
Because it's not like, oh, these look terrible. It was like they're serviceable, a little chunky, but they do the job, they convey. And when you kill a unit, Gib, just joy.
They convey, but can they oive?
Oh, they oive.
Goy.
Glyven.
Will there be flubber in this movie? Glyven.
And with that being said, let's talk about SpellForce 2.
Yeah, so I did a really quick introduction, but the SpellForce 2... Yeah, released June 19th, 2012 by publisher THQ Nordic, developers Mind Over Matter Studios.
Oh, THQ Nordic, they're usually pretty good.
Yeah, and it is mixed reviews. Like, some people had some okay things to say. It seems like kind of 50-50. Some people are like, horrible, don't play it. Some people were SpellForce fans saying, like, I was kind of hoping it'd be good, but it wasn't good. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, it's basically you're the role of this guy who's got to liberate the entire world of EO. I mean, no big deal, you know.
Yeah, no biggie.
From a new nameless evil with your buddies and your dragons. So
nice.
It looks cool. Like you said, the artwork is very like 2006 to 2010 gaming graphics cards.
little chunky.
You've got you have the sexy sorcerer's fan art.
Yeah, but, of course. Yeah. Like I said, it was an era, and
I mean, it was rated, 12 and up. So, I mean, it's not a mature title game, and the graphics seem okay, but I don't know. It's not a game I would choose to buy, and it's got mixed reviews. So I guess we'll find out if it's any good.
We're about to find out. I just got to find the derpiest looking head because I'm at my character creation screen.
Okay, good.
You're the winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right. Well, I've got...
And as for you... Oh, and there's an army painter mode. Oh, I'm so jealous. Anyway, once you make it work...
Running a render test. Hopefully it doesn't crash my PC. Wow, look at those graphics.
Yeah!
Hey, I have those minis. I have 6 of those minis.
Those are the Blood Raven Space Marines.
Yeah, the Blood Raven Space Marines. I have a couple of those figures, and I did paint them. I did try getting to Warhammer 40K.
Fair.
I did try.
Space Marines are most people's jumping off point, and there's no shame there. Space Marines, they do everything well.
Fair enough.
And they're accessible. There's not a lot of weird rules you have to worry about. Like, if anyone's thinking about getting into the hobby, check out Space Marines. Like, just check out a combat patrol, which is like the most. The smallest, or well, actually a kill team. look at a kill team. It's the smallest you could get, and you'd be fine.
Yeah, when I tried getting into it, there were little boxes of 6 little Space Marines, and
that's just a troop set.
Yeah, it was just a troop set.
Yeah, that's not.
It was fun to paint.
Anything. Yeah,
but I was told by the guys at the Games Workshop store that I had to choose like which faction they'd be in, and there's certain color schemes that I should go with. And I was like, I'm gonna do my own color scheme.
Yeah,
because I bought these to paint them.
Yeah, you can make your own chapters, but within that, you kind of have to. Are they a successor chapter of what chapter? Right. So like you can make your own guys called Trevor's Hooligans.
Yeah.
But Trevor's Hooligans are Ultramarine Gene Seed.
Yeah.
So they get the Ultramarine rules.
I just want a bunch of hooligans that talk like this, man. You know, I want them to be like, hey, what are you doing?
Trevor, sounds like Trevor Hooligans might be Night Lords, and that's a Chaos Marine, my friend, and we can't talk about that.
Right. Fair enough. Well, I think that we are...
well, let's set our timer.
Do some do some game launching, and...
good luck.
Have fun. And let's see how this goes.
Try your best not to die.
Cool.
All right, so here we are. You got the good game? Let's hear it.
All right, I'm just saving my file here because I'm definitely playing this again, which is kind of a cool thing to be able to say.
Yeah.
And let's go to the Excel spreadsheet. All right, so, Dawn of War Dark Crusade. It's, in my opinion, a fairly well executed RTS. I think gather the resources, build units, although there's like a unit cap, probably because I'm in the campaign, so it's trying to cap my units, because no matter how many more warp gates I created, it just only let me go to 20 vehicles and 20 troops.
Yeah.
I think that's like you're raffle stomping basically the entire enemy, even with that few of troops. So, I think they balanced that on purpose. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Went in as the Space Elves.
The Eldari, for those of you playing at home.
Yeah, the Eldari. We, fairly straightforward, build your resource gathering, build your units, build your warp gates, advance your research. Feels very much like, your standard RTS fare. But it feels well executed. It feels like the units are all well thought out. They're all kind of specialized, specific to what they do. So you've got like your basic Guardian shooter units. You've got your kind of more advanced like melee combat units.
Oh, the Banshees.
Yeah,
I collected Eldar. They were my second army that I ever collected.
Cool.
So I'm fairly familiar with the Eldar.
I mean, for an RTS that came out in October 2006, it runs very well.
Yeah.
The graphics are definitely like 2006, but I've played a few other RTSs that came out around 2006, and like compared one to the other, the graphics of this game are definitely on the top end of games that came out at its time. And it's funny because like I haven't played hardly any Warhammer 40K games, but the graphics like Battlefield, Gothic Armada.
That's going to change.
Is it? Is it?
I'm gonna make you play so much.
Yeah, we might have to play some, especially multiplayer ones. I think I could get into some really good multiplayer ones.
I'm trying to think of any of the multiplayer ones. Rogue Trader, I think you can do multiplayer, which is kind of fun. I've always liked being able to do those like top-down RPGs in a multiplayer format.
Yeah.
I love that about Baldur's Gate 3.
I really enjoy RTS though. Like RTS, I played so much Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2. I used to play a game called Earth 2025, which was just like an online, script-based game that like you'd have to wait till each day it would like give you resources every 24 hours, and you'd have to try to conquer the entire universe. And it was only text-based, and I really had a lot of enjoyment playing that game. And so RTSs really are close to my heart because I really love that whole genre. And I'll be honest, I haven't played any good RTSs since I didn't really enjoy StarCraft 2. I loved StarCraft 1. They put so much effort into balancing out the Zerg and the Terran and the Protoss.
Well, and just to like make that even sadder, StarCraft 2, there's a cosmetic mount you can buy in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That cosmetic mount made more money than StarCraft 2.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So like yeah, companies aren't making RTSs. They don't make the cash anymore.
Yeah, StarCraft 2 was
Oh, I should
was
have made...
fun. I never got past Bronze League. My brother was like in Diamond League. Or,
I'm in. I play with a friend online sometimes.
Yeah.
League.
And yeah, I felt like it almost got too competitive, where it's like in the 5-6 minutes of the game, it's basically decided, and if you're not able to do 400 clicks per minute,
The actions per second or whatever it was.
Yeah, like
Or actions per minute, your APM.
It was like 200 actions per minute was like the bare minimum to get past like Gold League. But yeah, no, this was a fun RTS. It actually put a smile on my face. I really enjoyed playing it. It's no wonder that the overall reviews are overwhelmingly positive. If I try to find like a negative review for it, like there's nothing in the first row.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
There's 8,059 reviews. Steam can't, for whatever reason, load anything right now.
No, we will not give it to you.
But yeah, all the reviews are really great. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It was a fun little MMO. A fun little RTS.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see like if there are negative reviews. What do people not like about it?
Dark Crusade is really good. My favorite is Soulstorm. Soulstorm introduced 2 new factions, the Dark Eldar and the Sisters of Battle.
Okay.
And I collect Sisters of Battle. They are my current army. Like they're who I go. Nice. But Soulstorm wasn't as well received as Dark Crusade. Dark Crusade is the best of the bunch, but you know, Soulstorm has a spot.
Somebody has a comment that says "Screw woke hammer." I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, okay. So that is the gatekeeper fanboys who are just so pissed off that Games Workshop is now instituting female characters in the game. Oh no!
I mean, yeah, like who cares?
Yeah, like
right? There was a time when men wanted only female characters in their games.
Yeah, like what happened, guys?
And let's be honest, how many men out there play a female character in almost every single game they set up their first character in, whether it's a Skyrim or a Starfield or an MMORPG.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys that play as a girl. My wife has constantly called that out. Why are you playing as a girl?
Yeah.
Why are you playing as a girl? Like, are you a pervert? Are you weird? What's going on with you?
I mean, yes, but
I mean, I feel so called out.
Yeah,
but,
like, I feel seen.
But I mean, yeah, like, guys, why is there this battle over having male or female characters in your games? Who cares? Like, just play the game, enjoy it. Let the game creators and the game developers choose what they want to do with it, and just support it.
If it doesn't lessen the game, and it broadens its reach, it makes it so a young woman can look at the game and say, "Oh, I can see myself in this game."
Yeah. Yeah, you need to be equally represented for sure.
All they did was confirm lore. The Adeptus Custodes, so the guardians of the Emperor himself.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's female Adeptus Custodes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, really, let's look at a real life comparison. The only major groups that don't allow women into their plot line, as it were, would be like the church.
The church. Well, that depends on the church.
It does. It does.
My particular brand of God juice allows women rabbis.
And as it should.
As it should. I'm not saying like, oh, look at us. No, it should. It absolutely should.
Yeah, there's a lot of religions that are like, no, only the men can be in power, and it's like, yeah, I mean,
but my personal favorite is the Catholic Church, and they have nuns, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, the nuns do a lot of work, guys. The nuns put in a lot.
Oh yeah, but yet the people at the Vatican are all men.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like,
you can't have a female bishop. You can't have a female.
Let's go,
pope.
boys. I want Sister Carmesita, Cardinal of Rasberg. I want that for you guys.
What would a female pope be called?
A pope.
It'd still be a pope.
It's a pope.
Right?
It's just a pope.
I mean, there's never been a female pope.
There's like anecdotal evidence of a female pope during because there was an era in the Vatican's history that they like everyone to forget, where there was a lot of war and a lot of inter conflict.
The Crusades.
Well, the Crusades were unified in the sense that they were all like against one foe, right?
Yeah. When you're fighting a common enemy, you tend to get along. Yeah, it's weird.
But there's anecdotal evidence of Pope John. and I'm pulling up her wiki now.
Hmm.
And she was a woman who reigned as pope for 2 years during the Middle Ages.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not. It's obviously very anecdotal and you know the classic. She disguised herself as a man, and she accident. This is ridiculous to me, but her sex was revealed when she gave birth during a procession, and she died shortly after.
That sounds like a hell of a story to me.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But anyway, I think that.
But,
I
yeah.
think we got to get off the woke train.
We
And
gotta get
everybody's
off-
mad about the woke train, and like just let developers do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Somebody else said this game aged horribly.
Oh,
I am rating all the Dawn of War games as 1. Major flaws found in all the installments, and like I was playing on easy mode.
yeah.
And the constant rush of infantry and units coming towards me, I felt like if I was playing on a harder difficulty for my first time playing, I probably would have got stomped.
Yeah. Well,
It took me about 2 to 5 minutes to really figure out how resources worked.
Yep.
So, you know, I can see people complaining about like, and someone did complain like the AI just randomly cheats, and I think. Yeah, there's a lot of games like that. Like the AIs typically are allowed to cheat.
the AI in this game I know has a rubber banding,
Mm.
so they'll if you pull too far ahead, they'll get a little boost to catch up.
Yeah, it looks like other people are mad because it used to be able to be played over LAN and Direct Connect,
Oh,
and then they removed that from the game completely, and you have to
Interesting.
play through their like online service or something now.
well, that's
um,
funny because Relic is shut down. Relic was a subsidiary of Sega Entertainment.
Yeah, so it sounds like maybe that doesn't work at all anymore.
That's a shame.
So no multiplayer. That's what some people are saying anyway.
My biggest issue with that is like, did you look for a solution? Because I guarantee you, there's someone on the internet who's
yeah.
gone like, yeah, I found a way to reactivate it.
Totally.
Here's either the executable file you need, or
Yeah.
here's how I did it, and you can edit the files yourself.
You just got to look outside the box, friends.
Yeah.
Just look outside the box.
That's it.
So yeah, you know what? Overall, let's rate this game.
Let's do it.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the graphics are, you know, to modern games, the graphics are like a 4 out of 10. But
Yeah.
to be fair, games in its genre and its era, I'd say it's a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, like it's better than most of the games that came out in its era, that were RTSs. But I don't think it necessarily stood out like a Warcraft 3 stood out
Yeah.
kind of deal. Although Warcraft 3's graphics are probably on par with this, to be honest.
Warcraft 3, the original was amazing, and then they did the Reforged.
Yeah.
Wow, what a bad move. Reforged got no love.
Why is that?
Well, there were bugs that are introduced. They got rid of the ladder. They got rid of the cutscenes were remastered, but they were so badly done. It was almost as if they hadn't done it at all. It was a bad time. It was a bad time for them.
Fair enough. The music,
I don't remember the music, to be honest.
like a
with you.
6 out of 10. It wasn't really anything special. Wasn't like timed to the battles or anything like that. It was just like
It was there.
your common fare, like, hey, we need some BGM for this game. Let's throw some background music in.
Yeah,
and
just slam
you
it
know.
in. Yeah, they did the job.
Again, it's another game I would turn the music off and just play it on its own.
Yeah, there you go.
I find music to be distracting when I'm trying to really focus and think when I'm playing competitively in an RTS.
Ooh, getting your 200 actions per minute.
Yeah. Gameplay 9 out of 10. I think the game, and again, maybe the gameplay gets better, maybe it gets worse. I only played the first campaign level.
No,
was
you
fun.
pretty much, that was the loop. They
Yeah.
changed the missions up a little bit. Sometimes it's like capture and hold a point. Other times it's destroy certain objectives, but that's the loop.
And I feel like probably by the time you get through the campaign, you're probably bored.
Yeah.
But
But then you get to play as a different faction.
yeah, I think most games like this need to, I mean, most games nowadays do this, but if you're going to do an RTS campaign mode, you need to slowly unlock unit types over time and kind of blend them into the story, as opposed to like, hey, it's your first go through, you have access to the whole tech tree.
Which in Dawn of War you do.
Yeah. And I saw that and I was kind of like, okay, so I played through one campaign level. I've pretty much played through the bulk of the game.
Yeah.
Other than playing through the storyline. So anyway, but I enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. I think as far as an RTS goes, if this was multiplayer at some point, which it sounds like it used to be, I would have played the heck out of it with friends. Like, I think it's kind of fun if you could like eliminate the unit cap and just like do mad swarms of units. I'm in. Like that's what RTS is all about. Supreme Commander was just like mad swarm,
oh,
right?
God, Supreme Commander. What a time.
You know, if Supreme Commander wasn't limited to single core affinity and it could like multi-thread and multi-core, I would 100% still play that today.
Yeah.
But the problem is you get to a certain point and it just like stutters and stutters and stutters, where it takes like a minute in game time is an hour real time at that point.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it can be pretty rough.
Yeah. Probably a patch out there.
There might be a patch. Might be a little bit.
We just sat here saying, before you start complaining, look for solutions.
Look for solutions. They might exist.
Yeah,
so fun, 9 out of 10.
Nice.
It's not a 10 out of 10 game for me because I recognize
it's
that, like,
not even a 9 out of 10 game, or it's not even a 10 out of 10 game for me, and I love it.
Like, the fun was 9 out of 10 for me. The general rating, like, I think it's a 7.5 out of 10 game.
That's reasonable. I can get behind 7.5 out of there.
Yeah, and again, I'll give it my stamp of approval. If you want to play a good RTS, that's kind of what RTSs were, a good,
Yeah,
in the movie Iron Man, the very first Iron Man, Pepper Potts goes down to Tony Stark and says, "Hey, there's this piece of art that we're looking at," and Tony goes, "Is it a good representation of the time, or a good representation of the era, or whatever?"
The period, yeah.
Of the period, and she goes, "Yeah, I think it is." And he goes, "Okay, buy it, store it. I gotta have it, buy it, store it, right?" And it was anyway. The idea is this game is a good representation of what RTSs were in its period.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important to go back and play those games to kind of go, what worked well and what didn't work. Like I kind of mentioned, slowly evolving your tech tree, slowly introducing new units and new upgrades and new things.
Yeah. Command & Conquer did that stellar.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So yeah, overall, I think 7.5 out of 10, and stamp of approval is a yes. I think it's worth playing.
Oh, I'm done. Rock and roll.
SpellForce 2, Faith and Destiny. I don't know very much about it. I chose it because it's mixed reviews, and
yeah, it kind of earned those mixed reviews.
All
so, I don't know if you ever played not Heroes of Might and Magic, but its sister game, where you're more of controlling a hero directly, more of an RPG.
No, I never played that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it does have RTS elements. There were moments where I was building a base. But it's a very big open world idea, and like you get to these areas, it's like, oh, build up your forces, start building up your base, and you're like, okay, cool. And then a lot of it's just exploring the map with your hero unit or your hero unit and some tag-alongs, and it was just nothing was really clearly outlined over what you needed to do.
Okay.
And it was boring in a lot of ways. And then it didn't really explain well, like, oh, this is a melee unit, this is a ranged unit. Is there a rock, paper, scissors element, or do you just want to go all range or all melee? Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. And it kind of, I blurred out after a while. It just click, 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 click. So it didn't grab me, which is too bad, because, like, a lot of it was stuff that should grab me. Like, your hero characters level up. You can equip them with better and better equipment, making them stronger units on the field. I love that.
Yeah.
Your base, build it up. Send out your units. They can reinforce and augment your heroes. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
But nothing was done exceptionally well. So all of it felt muddy and kind of gray.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they had nailed one part of that, I'd be like, okay, I really love this part. I can suffer through the others.
Right.
It didn't nail any of it.
Fair enough.
It was gray. It wasn't a terrible game by any stretch of the word, but it was. Ask me about it tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh, hold on, and I won't remember any of it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people try to create an RTS and they go, well, we need this unit, and we need that unit, and we need this unit, and they don't maybe realize how much of a balancing act it is to make an RTS that has proper, like you said, the rock, paper, scissors, being able to have a melee unit that's going to be really good against, maybe certain other types of units, or range units are good against melee units, or, you've got like your tank units that are like, good at aggroing and giving you an opportunity to kind of wipe the map with them, and giving you the strategy element to the real-time strategy. And I think a lot of games just kind of throw a bunch of stuff in there based on maybe some creative, some artwork, some general concepts, and then they get to the point where they've got a finished game and they're like, but does it strategy? Does it have those elements of creativity, thought, critical thinking?
Or
right?
do you just zug, zergrush it all in and be done with it? Yeah.
Zug, Trevor, missed me.
What you want? Work.
Oh, love those games.
Yeah. I mean, Warcraft 2 was probably my favorite, and they had that rock, paper, scissors down packed.
Yeah, I agree. Warcraft 2 was so good. I loved the Death and Decay. Or Death and Decay.
Yeah.
Like you have like your riders, and you just Death and Decay over their whole base, and it's just like, I win.
That's it. Game over for you. Yeah. No, it was good. It was very good. But we were not talking about Warcraft 2. We're talking about SpellForce 2, Faith and Destiny.
We are.
And as far as graphics and art go, everything was very, early 2000s, very subdued color palette, very blocky.
Interesting, because it was a 2016 game, I believe, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh,
well,
dang.
I think so.
Oh, they, if it's a 2016 game, they really scraped the bottom of the tech barrel then.
That's not nice to hear.
So yeah, graphics and art, I can't give this higher than a 6.
Okay. Yeah, it was
there's no like that's
2012.
Okay. Yeah, all right. For 2012, that's
6 out of 10.
Knowing that it's a 2012 game,
yeah,
that's even more unacceptable. It's a 5.
5 out of 10. All right. Yeah, I think 2012 we had really great graphics at that point. Like we had like the Stronghold Legends, I think, around that time.
Yeah. And the technology was there to, even in a simplistic sort of idea, be able to do that. Music and audio, I don't remember it.
All right.
I really don't, and that's concerning to me because it should at least do something for you.
Okay.
So I have to give that a 4. Because if I don't remember it, it didn't do anything.
It was like I think there was some music.
There had to have been, right?
I can't recall. Yeah.
Yeah, there had to have been.
Okay.
No one ships a game without BGM.
So gameplay, like, tell me about the gameplay.
So when you finally get a base, it's, build your builders. The one thing I liked about it is normally in an RTS, you build your builders or your gatherers, and then you have to manually assign them. But in this, you could build your craftsmen, they were called. And right out of the hop, you could, from headquarters, be like, okay, I want to build 4 craftsmen, and I'll click on the button that says stone. Right. So I'll build these 4 craftsmen, and they will automatically go to the stone deposit.
Nice, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or I can make them idle, so they'll go and they'll just stand there, or they'll go gather silver, or they'll go gather whatever other resources.
Whatever they need to gather, yeah, for sure.
So I liked that. That was a neat touch to the genre, and I think other games would benefit from that. But it was, other than that one brief of imaginative design, it was very, very cookie cutter, very build your barracks, build your swordsmen, upgrade your barracks so you can build some crossbowmen.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like that, I don't dislike that loop, but it didn't do it in an interesting way to me.
Sounds like you're going to be looking forward to playing a good game next time.
Oh yeah. Unless it's visual novel, then we're like, well, okay, I guess I get to play Cthulhu Day.
Yes. Well, I mean, we could play like the Hateful Boyfriend. There's a lot of ones.
I think Hateful Boyfriend is on the so bad it's good list.
I'd probably make you play like the, I don't know, KFC Colonel Sanders Dating Simulator.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Just because I'm like, yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? No. I would make you play, and not that it's a bad game, but I would make you play the
I get the good.
The Daddy's game.
Oh, the Data Daddy or Daddy Dating.
Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, as long as it's safe for work,
It is. It is. It's by the boys at Game Grumps. They were part of the development team there.
Cool.
So there's something. Okay.
So if you had to give it a rating,
if I had to give it a rating
10,
for gameplay, it doesn't do anything cool. It didn't do anything like absolutely horrid, so it's just a 5.
5 out of 10.
Very 5.
Okay, very kind of meh.
Yeah. So overall, it's a 5. It's a meh.
Fun. How did it fulfill your fun feelers?
At 6 minutes remaining, I went, okay, I'm calling it. So it wasn't very fun. It was very boring for me. So I'll go with a 3.
Okay, excellent.
Which is too bad.
Yeah, it is too bad. I mean, and that's the thing with these mixed review games is, number one, you don't know how many people on Steam are just like giving good reviews just because they don't have any taste,
or giving bad reviews because they're mad about Wokehammer.
Oh yeah. Let's review bomb this because I'm upset because someone cast a trans lead in the voice acting roles, and it's like, who cares?
Who cares, man? Was it a good voice? That's what I care about.
Yeah. Was the voice acting good? Was it directed well? Does it sound good? Was it recorded on a high quality Rode microphone?
Crisp, slick, audio, Bentley. Ford Falcon.
Ford Falcon.
God, I love that bit. But yeah, so stamp of approval. No, I can't recommend this game. Not with an honest bit. And overall, it's to 4.5. You know,
4.5. Okay.
It was this close to mediocre.
You know what I might have to start doing is use graphics, music, audio, gameplay, and fun. And just average them out and go, your rating is average this. Maybe I might have to make some more changes to this here magical genre selector.
Yeah, because if you do that, then now you'd give me that rating, and I'd be like, no, that's not right. It's got to be higher. It's got to be lower, right?
Yeah.
So that would really force me to think about the ratings I'm giving down the categories. That's interesting.
Would it SpellForce you?
Would it SpellForce me?
Well, I'm sorry that you had to play another not so great game.
You know, it wasn't terrible, and I got Ori and the Blind Forest the last time around, and that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can live with this. All right, team.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, you know what? That's it. That's a wrap for episode 13.
That's a wrap for episode 13. Bad luck for me.
Good luck for me. I actually found myself kind of really I found myself smiling, and I was like, oh, what are these muscles in my face doing? I haven't done that all day.
Well, thank you all very much for joining us, as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If Trevor gets it all together, you'll hear our nice outro that we recorded.
Yeah, and I guess the only thing left to say is see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. Have fun, and don't die. All right.
Yay. Hot diggity darn. And that's our time, and the end of our episode.
But don't feel sad it's over. Be glad it happened. From the two of us in the basement, thanks for tuning in.
Join us next time.
And feel free to send us any feedback on our socials, or send us a direct email at bfcpcontact@gmail.com.
And if you're really interested in what we're doing, join us on Patreon, where we will have loads of behind-the-scenes stuff and uncut takes as more episodes are released. Patreon.com/basements, faults, and catapults.
We're always excited to hear from you because we love engagement. We look forward to our next catapult launch and hope you can join us for the ensuing chaos.
Good luck.
See you next time. I don't know if I ever showed you photos, but like the last two Deadpool movies, I went to dressed as Deadpool.
You went in costume.
Full costume.
You're dedicated.
I phoned the theater ahead because online their rules are that you're not allowed to wear a mask to the theater. And I said, hey, I know your rules are that I can't wear a mask to the theater, but I'm probably going to, and I just want to clear that with you guys first. And they were like, yeah, we're cool with it. Like, take it off when you're wandering around, but like putting it on for like photo ops and stuff. And then I'm like, sweet. So
done. Sweet deal.
And it's funny because I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
I show up and there's other people doing the same thing, and I'm like, oh my god.
Were there any Gwenpools?
No, not at the Deadpool movie. But you know what? Here's the thing: we've got Deadpool. We've got Deadpool and Wolverine coming. I mean, there's only one more logical progression, and that's Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
I guess, yeah. Though, and, you know, this isn't a dig at Tom Holland. I think he's a very good actor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd be happy with Andrew Garfield as well. I just think that
I would love
Toby's
it.
getting a little too old.
Toby's too old for it, which is a shame. He did No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home was so good.
I teared up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god, it was so good.
Teared up a little bit.